Welcome to the Mike and DooWee Show. Mike and DooWee Show.
You can't be serious.
And now, here are your hosts, Mike and DooWee.
Hey, everybody. Good to be with you. Hey, DooWee. Good to be with you.
Good to be here. I tell you what.
Did
nice
you
to be
celebrate Easy Bake Oven Day this week? Or did you even know that this week, Easy Bake Oven has its own day?
I burnt my finger in an Easy Bake Oven.
Did you have your very own
I didn't
Easy
have
Bake?
one. My sister.
Oh, sure you did. Sure. Honestly, I wanted an Easy Bake Oven.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Not that I'm not secure in my manhood. I just like chocolate cake. And I had a friend, our family friend, that had a daughter that got an Easy Bake Oven because she got all the good toys.
Well, yeah,
and
spoiled.
And she made chocolate cake, and I'm like, you can get your own oven and make chocolate cake.
It's amazing.
Count me in on Easy Bake Oven. So I never got one.
But you partook.
Yeah, but
of the
got
festivities.
a BB gun, which was much better. But
Red Ryder BB gun.
Yeah. So anyway, to my friend Diane, who had the Easy Bake Oven back, her cake that she started making in 1971 is done. We can eat it now. Yeah. So happy Easy Bake Oven Day to the people who you might have missed that this week.
That's a trip down memory lane.
Yes, it is.
You know, I was walking out. I was getting up the other morning, walking out to my easy chair, and after I got out of bed, and I was carrying my phone. You know, you walk and you're carrying your phone, and I'm like, why? It's like a tether. Our phones are almost like a tether. It's like I get out of bed and it's like, why didn't I just leave it? It's
like a cigarette and a lighter for some people. Yeah. Where is that?
Yeah.
Where's my phone?
It's crazy. I read a study and it said people spend 5 hours a day checking their phones, and I was like, I get that.
That is a ton of time.
Yeah, they say a third of their day spent on their mobile phone.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. I don't. Of course, not me.
Well, yeah,
but I got to thinking about it. Maybe I don't know. I check my phone a lot.
I do. I like I said, it was just. I was just irritated with myself when I was walking out with my phone in my hand.
Because you feel naked without it.
Yeah, it's like who's going to call me at 5:30 in the morning? I mean, come on.
I also feel weird if I'm naked with my phone. That also is kind of weird too. But so here's wacky but true, and it just gave me a great idea. I don't know if you heard about the lady in Germany that was going to mail her nephew a birthday present. So she's going to snail mail, an actual box, a physical box, a gift to her nephew. And her cat, unbeknownst to her, gets into the box. She seals it up and mails the cat. The post office found it. It's like, what is that noise? Back in bag number 7. I don't know. So they call the police. Like, we have a box in our post office making noise like a cat.
Unbelievable.
And it was a cat.
Truth is stranger than fiction.
But I got to thinking, because I've been on Facebook, and just this week, somebody said, hey, we got a bunch of kitties to give away.
Oh, there you go.
Duh. I'm like,
mass mailing.
Mail them. I'm just you come in with a hand truck.
You got to stamp them.
This box is vibrating and bouncing. Yeah. Are you mailing anything poisonous? No, non-explosive. Well, not technically explosive, but anyway, we'll see when you open the box.
Mail the cat.
And I know this might get us some PETA emails, but way back in the day, we both grew up on a farm, right?
We did, indeed.
And there was always way too many cats, and so they would just
Mousers.
They would mysteriously disappear when Grandpa came around. Like, we had a bunch of kitties, and ever since Grandpa visited, there's no kitties.
Yeah, what happened? They all ran away.
Yeah, the cat's in the bag, and the bag's in the river. Yeah. Anyway, they would disappear. So you can't just do that. You can't you can't euthanize them yourself anymore. Well, you can. You just can't talk about it like we are now.
Right, don't do that.
They
make great gifts.
Just mail them. Yeah, it's not killing them. Like, just start getting.
Everybody needs a cat.
Yeah, so send us your address to the Mike and DooWee Show, and
gonna do our part.
Who knows? Maybe you'll see a kitty in the mail.
Yeah, they make great pets. I tell you. Here's an interesting story. I tell you, it's potty story.
Oh,
it's a potty stories. Well, and it makes sense.
Oh, like bathroom story, not like potty mouth.
Potty, yeah, like bathroom story. They say you really should close the lid of the toilet before you flush. I don't. Sometimes
no,
I don't.
You're supposed to close the lid.
Yeah, I don't.
I leave it open so my wife has something to talk about.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
So close the lid before you flush.
Yeah, they say when you flush, it produces lots of aerosols, and they contain bacteria and viruses, of course, and they contaminate surfaces up to 6 feet away. So, like if your toothbrush is, on your vanity, and you went ahead, flush the toilet, and you brush your teeth.
I'm just thinking that's a plumbing problem. I mean, if you're shooting water up into the air out of your toilet when you flush the toilet, man, that's some water pressure.
Well, and I think actually the new toilets, I don't think that's a problem.
The new toilets, they don't if it's brown, it ain't going down.
Yeah, you got to get one of them 1963 toilets.
Or you got to have Tim the Tool Man come and fix your new toilet so it actually will flush.
I like the ones where you got to lean on the flush lever a little bit so they go. Not the push button ones they have now, or them old ones.
Or the awesome ones at the old airports. If you sit on it and flush it, like courtesy flush,
right?
Like you can feel the suction coming through there.
Scary.
Now that's awesome. I want one of these for my house.
It cures constipation.
But close the lid because it's going to shoot aerosols. Is that your term?
Yeah, I guess
it's a nice term for nasty stuff into the air.
That's right. They say
onto my toothbrush.
They say 55% of the people don't flush the toilet. I think that's low. I mean,
don't close the lid.
Don't close the lid.
Yeah.
Well, 55% of the people probably don't flush the toilet either.
Hey, it's time for Word of the Day. You like Word of the Day, don't you? That's where I go to dictionary.com and go to Word of the Day. Right. And then DooWee, unbeknownst to him, hasn't studied this out. Mm-hmm. And I give him the Word of the Day, and he tries to guess what it means. And we'll see how he does. So
we want to educate.
Educate our viewers. Yeah. And so are you ready to play Word of the Day?
I guess.
All right, here we go. The word of the day is bellwether. Bellwether. It's a noun. Bellwether.
Well, I think bellwether, if you broke the word down to bell and weather, it would mean, a weather that maybe a belle would like, to live in. It would be bellwether. It would be...
Okay.
But that's not what it means. No. Bellwether.
How are you defining weather?
Well, I would say weather like the weather outside.
Okay.
But that's not what it means.
You were correct, you were wrong.
Right.
You were correct. That's not what it means. But you're correct. It's two words. Bellwether means a person or thing that shows the existence of a direction or a trend.
Oh.
Remember, everybody, we just had a recent election. Everybody said, this is going to be a bellwether election because it's going to show a trend. Right. It's going to show a direction. Mm-hmm. But you're right that came from two words. Now, again, both raised agriculturally.
Right.
Do you know what a weather is? Like a WETHER without the A?
Weather. Well, I know it's whether or not.
It's a castrated male sheep.
Oh.
Like a steer.
I didn't know that.
A steer is a castrated bull. Right.
Cow.
A wether is a castrated sheep, male sheep. And so they would castrate this male sheep and then put a bell around his neck. And
he was a bell.
And so they could always tell where the sheep were because if he's a ram, like if he's still got all his stuff,
right,
he's going to be running off with the girls,
right.
But if he's not interested in girls,
right,
he's just going to be hanging around by the stream, drinking some water, eating some grass, chewing his cud,
right.
And so when he moves, the bell rings, and the sheep herder knows where the sheep are. And so he's the bellwether. And so listen for the bell on the weather, which is the castrated male lamb, and sheep, and that's where you're going to find the sheep. That's where they're at. That's the trend. So bellwether became one word and meant it's in the 1400s in England.
Holy cow!
Yeah, and so it meant a trend center. So a trend setter. So like a guy or a gal could be a trendsetter. They would be a bellwether. Well, then more recently, it wasn't just a person, although it can be. A person could be a bellwether,
right.
Setting a trend,
right.
a trendsetter. Right. But it also could be just something happening, like an election. Well, that was a bellwether. It's setting a trend, or this is setting a trend. So there you go. Well, you've been educated today.
Yeah, castrated male sheep.
So use that today. Word of the day, bellwether.
Bellwether. Oh, good one. I was thinking, what's your thoughts on smells? What's your thoughts on smells? What's the worst smell that you can imagine?
Worst smell. I like good smells, but worst smell on the street in India.
Oh.
Been to India a few times.
I've never been to India.
Yeah, and not all the streets stink in India,
Right.
but they have open sewers in some of their areas.
Wow.
And there's like 1.2 billion people.
That's a lot of
And you got 1.2 billion people
doing what people do.
doing duty in open sewers. That can get, that was pretty pungent is the word I'm looking for.
Do not go in there. Woo!
But yeah,
Well, apparently this.
I can think of lots of bad smells.
Well, yeah, this survey person has never been there apparently because they said the worst smell that they can think of is wet dog. Wet dog.
Like,
Yeah, well, they said the wet dog beat out cheesy socks. As the
oh
top
no,
thing.
socks
No.
no,
Horrible.
not smelling
Yeah,
socks.
Sweaty
Cheesy socks.
sock feet, especially
Yeah.
the
Junior high boy socks.
Yeah.
That's the worst. Junior high boys in the house. You know
and
what
if
I'm
you get in
talking
those
about.
Tennis shoes that don't breathe, that
Yeah.
look like leather, but
Yeah.
it's not really
Yeah.
leather.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I can remember in high school, the thing was not to wear socks.
Oh,
That was cool.
Until you wore the wrong kind of shoes.
Yeah, way
And
to-
I'm like,
way to
"Ooh,
ruin a
take
pair of
those off."
shoes.
It's like, well,
Yeah.
might as well just throw the shoes away now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, looks cool. And, except when you go to your girlfriend's house and she goes, "Kick your shoes off. Let's go watch TV."
Ooh.
No, I'll just keep my shoes on. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Like weirdo. That's why she broke up with you. So wet dog's
Wet
the worst.
dog. Yep. Well, and the survey was done by a Febreze.
Oh, Febreze.
Imagine that.
Yeah,
a lot
okay.
of the
So
studies-
Febreze says, "Hey, we're calling to see what the worst smell is." Oh, I think wet dog. Oh, you've definitely never been to downtown, Calcutta.
Right. They said fresh baked bread was the best smell. I have to.
I'm gonna go with you on that
fresh
one.
baked
Fresh baked bread. You can't hardly even say
fresh
it.
baked bread
Number
with
one
butter,
is a tongue
with the
twist.
butter on it.
Ooh, yeah. Walk into a house. I remember coming home from school. Of course, you're just hungrier than hungry. Starving to death.
Right.
And mom's making fresh bread.
Oh, right out of the oven, you put some butter on it. And
man.
not margarine either.
Yeah.
Butter,
Yeah.
like the real stuff.
butter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
real stuff.
fat.
Put it on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. We should call your mom and have her make us some bread.
No,
Because
that would be good.
she does
She
it
would
almost
do
every
that.
day
Mom would
anyway.
make
Yeah,
bread
she
for
would.
us.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They also said, cooked bacon is a good smell. Men prefer cooked bacon.
Man. Yes.
Yeah, that's a manly men smell. Cooked bacon.
A gal I know, Sarah, says one of her favorite smells, she put it on Facebook, this a couple of years ago, was when she opened the dishwasher after breakfast and smells the mapley sauce, like she had sausage and maple syrup. And
I mean, before she ran it.
yeah, well, maybe before,
You're right.
or you open the steam and the steamy, but you still kind of got that maple syrup smell and sausage. That's a good smell. But bacon,
I don't like maple on bacon, though.
Oh, no, you can't mix it. Okay,
No,
all right.
can't.
But bacon, or when you
Bacon.
wake up in the morning and you're at somebody at the cabin and somebody's making
cabin,
coffee already and frying bacon. That's the best.
Or little smokies.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Better than wet dog.
Yeah, way better.
Yeah. Speaking of eating, this week was National Healthy Eating Day.
Oh.
Did you celebrate?
No.
That's probably every day for you.
Yeah. I had a Snicker bar.
Yeah, I celebrated. I didn't put chocolate chips in my kale smoothie this week to celebrate that. No chocolate chips in the kale smoothie. We're just going full kale.
It was National
Healthy Eating Day.
Who celebrates that? I mean, why would you celebrate that?
It did well. That's why we got to talk about it because we need to help boost it along here.
Yeah,
everybody celebrates like National Donut Day or with National Chocolate Day, but National Eating Healthy Day, like there's no T-shirts for that.
Yeah, no.
No.
Here's just a little story to tell you about how much money there is in the world.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, how much money? This the world's largest Triceratops.
A dinosaur
just sold for $7.7 million to a private collector.
$7.7 million for a Triceratops.
That's right. Of course, the challenge is, what kind of fence are you going to put in your backyard to have your Triceratops?
Yeah, you have to call the fencing company. I just bought a Triceratops, and I need you to come fence that thing. Like, what does a Triceratops eat? I mean, like you just go to like Pet Stop, or what do they call it? PetSmart?
Yeah, get some Triceratops.
And they have the
food.
Triceratops aisle there. Mm-hmm. They have like the big collars. They're like this big around, got big spikes on it.
Right.
And
so good.
And I know, I wonder what kind of bugs bother, parasites get on Triceratops.
Yeah, and makes, cleaning up the yard after
yeah.
your Triceratops.
Yeah.
You're not going to need you need a little bit more than the little poopers.
So yeah, your lawn mowing service guy comes over and it's like, oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to clean up after the Triceratops.
Yeah,
my bad. Just go around it.
Clogged the mower again. Whoa.
So we got a new feature this week. It's called Tweet of the Week.
Tweet of the
And
week.
here's a good one. I don't know who this person is. It's at Gloria Fallon 123. Don't know who that is.
Right.
I hope she's okay. But she says, this is her tweet. I admire people who can multitask because I struggle to task.
That is so true.
Yeah, can I like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so true.
Are you a good multitasker? Like, I'm not even a good tasker.
I can't put my two thoughts together and get them out at the same time. That's crazy.
Tweet of the week.
Tweet of the week.
So you have a dog.
I do have a dog.
His name's
He's
Copper,
an old,
right?
Copper. He's an old guy. He's 16.
Yeah.
Going on 17.
Do you ever tell Copper, I love you?
Oh, all the time.
Do you think he understands that?
I do. Well, yeah, I do. You can't get too close to him though, because he is an old dog and his breath is really bad. So you kind of shout it at him.
Yeah.
I love you, Copper.
Well, there's a new survey that came out from, I don't know where it came out from. But anyway, it's a new survey. So, of course, we're going to report it here.
Right.
That
love dogs.
That
too.
A dog's heart rate
Right.
increases by an average of 46.2% when they hear the words, I love you.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love dogs.
Well, actually, they say, they probably don't know the actual words "I love you,"
Right.
But I think maybe they do.
Oh,
But
I think so. They can learn
it's
that.
more your
Dogs are smart.
attitude, right?
Right.
See, like my dog, when I say the word treat, heart rate goes up 214%.
Peanut butter.
Yeah. Want to go for a ride?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
118%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for a walk. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. They like that.
76%.
Yep.
Except Copper, go for a walk. It's just
Yeah.
like down, like,
No, Copper. Good old Copper.
flat lining.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, dogs excited when
That's pretty cool. I love dogs. They're my favorite. I'm not a huge cat fan. Sorry,
Yeah.
cat fans.
Well, I think we share that in common.
But,
Sorry.
I
Send your
love-
email to DooWee Just Dug It
Just dogs.
at whomail.com. Yeah.
Well, it's time to get a little bit smarter, Mike.
I've been time for that for a long time,
It's
Dewey.
a short trip for me.
Yeah.
Here's four things. Here's four things that you didn't know. I'm going to say four things that you didn't know.
Added to a list of about 4,018 things.
So dust particles in your house, what are they made of? Mostly.
I
Take
don't
a
know.
guess. Let's hear it.
Dust.
Dust.
Acid, ashes, dust to dust.
It's actually
lint.
Oh, dead skin.
Dead skin.
Yeah, you were close there when it was ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Oh yeah, right. It's
dust particles.
It's just the human body floating around.
That's all it is,
Parts that I'm not
actually.
using anymore.
That's right.
Oh, nice. So when I use that sweet little sunbeam coming in through the west window in the living room is just parts of dead me and my wife floating around.
That's right. And
Yeah.
probably the dog. A little bit of that
Oh,
too.
sure. Yeah, right.
Here's another little deal. Men are 6 times more likely to be struck by lightning than women.
Now,
I'm not sure.
there could
why-
be lots of reasons for that. I'm not sure we could talk about all of them, but
I think maybe it's our magnetic personality.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. Lay off the heavy metals, man. Yeah. Or of course the women are thinking, no, it's God.
Yeah.
It's definitely God.
They're getting exactly
Don't
what they
ever say that God will strike you
They're
down.
getting exactly what they deserve.
Yeah.
Here's another little tidbit. Of all the words in the English language, the word set has the most definitions.
Set. S-E-T?
Set. S-E-T.
Has
Yep.
most different definitions.
Yep. I suppose because you can like set a ball.
Yeah.
You can set something down.
Yeah.
Set.
Yeah.
Set the table.
And you can even use it wrongly, like, come set a spell.
Yeah. That's the Southern definition, right? Say it.
Yeah. We'll leave that up to the redneck guy.
Right.
What's his name? Jeff Foxworthy.
Jeff Foxworthy, by golly. Yep.
Yeah. Come set a spell.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's another definition.
Yeah.
Southern definition.
Southern definition there. Hey, here's the last one that's going to make you smarter. When
right.
glass breaks, a crack moves how fast? What's the speed of a crack going through glass? Not crack going through glass.
142 miles an hour.
3,000
What?
miles per hour.
You can't be serious.
That is true. Yep.
Yeah?
They say to photograph the event of glass cracking, you have to have a camera that shoots a millionth of a second.
Whoa. I don't
Fast
have
camera.
one of those.
No, that's fast camera.
That's coming on the iPhone 14, which is not out yet.
Yeah, available for upgrade.
Yeah. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the Mike and Dewey Show. Join us next week on the Mike and Dewey Show.
That's right. Back to work.
I'd say that was a pretty successful broadcast.